Today, let us continue our journey with Ashtavakra Gita. We are at the last part of Ashtavakra Gita. As you all know by now, Ashtavakra Gita is considered as the most profound, most direct, and the most important teaching in non-duality. It is not even a teaching, it is simply the statement of facts. And in this video, we will explore the final part of Ashtavakra Gita, and at the end, I will also give you my understanding and my summary of this profound text. The Adhvaitha channel is about consciousness and conscious creation. Here we explore Vedanta and various other teachings from India to understand the nature of reality and to consciously create our lives. In this video, we will look at the remaining part of the 18th chapter up until the 20th chapter, which is the final chapter of Ashtavakra Gita. And we will make sure to save all of this as a playlist so that you can revisit this often, listen to it again and again, and make use of this as nididhyasana, as a reminder in order to digest this and in order to stay in alignment with this truth. With this, let us begin. The master is like a child. He does freely whatever comes his way, good or bad. By standing on his own, a man finds happiness. By standing on his own, a man finds freedom. By standing on his own, he goes beyond the world. By standing on his own, he finds the end of the way. When a man realizes he is neither the doer nor the enjoyer, the ripples of his mind are stilled. The master's way is unfettered and free of guile. He shines, but for the fool there is no peace. His thoughts are full of desire. The master is free of his mind, and his mind is free. In this freedom he plays. He has a wonderful time, or he withdraws and lives in a mountain cave. If the master encounters a king or a woman or someone he dearly loves, he is without desire. And when he honors a god or a holy place or a man versed in the scriptures, there is no longing in his heart, none at all. He is unperturbed, even when his servants despise him, or his wives, sons, and grandsons mock him. Even when his whole family makes fun of him, he is undismayed. For him, there is no pain in pain, no pleasure in pleasure. Only those who are like him can know his exaltation. He has no form. His form is emptiness. He is constant and pure. He has no sense of duty, which only binds men to the world. The master fulfills his duties and is always untroubled. The fool does nothing and is always troubled and distracted. The master goes about his business with perfect equanimity. He is happy when he sits, happy when he talks and eats, happy asleep, happy coming and going, because he knows his own nature. He does what he has to without feeling ruffled like ordinary people. Smooth and shining like the surface of a vast lake, his sorrows are at the end. The fool is busy even when he is still. Even when he is busy, the master gathers the fruits of stillness. The fool often spurns his possessions. The master is no longer attached to his body, so how can he feel attraction or aversion? The awareness of the fool is always limited by thinking, or by thinking not to think. The awareness of the man who lives within, though he may be busy thinking, is beyond even awareness itself. The master is like a child. All his actions are without motive. He is pure. Whatever he does, he is detached. He is blessed. He understands the nature of the self. His mind is no longer thirsty. He is the same under all conditions. Whatever he sees or hears or smells or touches or tastes. The master is like the sky. He never changes. What does the world matter to him, or its reflection? What does he care about seeking, or the end of seeking? He is ever the same. The victory is his. He has conquered the world. He is the embodiment of his own perfect essence. by nature one with the infinite. What more is there to say? He knows the truth. He has no desire for pleasure or liberation. At all times, in all places, he is free from passion. He has given up the duality of the world, which arises with the mind and is nothing more than a name. He is pure awareness. What is there left for him to do? The man who is pure knows for certain that nothing really exists. It is all the work of illusion. He sees what cannot be seen. His nature is peace. He does not see the world of appearances. So, what do rules matter to him? Or dispassion, renunciation, and self control? His form is pure and shining light. He does not see the world. So, what does he care for joy or sorrow, bondage or liberation? He is infinite and shining. Beyond the awakening of understanding, the illusion of the world prevails. But the master is free of passion. He has no I, he has no mind, and he shines. He sees that the self never suffers or dies. So, what does he care for knowledge or the world, or the feeling, I am the body is mine? The moment a fool gives up concentration and his other spiritual practices, he falls prey to fancies and desires. Even after hearing the truth, the fool clings to his folly. He tries hard to look calm and composed, but inside he is full of cravings. When the truth is understood, work falls away. Though in the eyes of others the master may seem to work, in reality he has no occasion to say or do anything. He has no fear. He is always the same. He has nothing to lose. For him there is no darkness, there is no light, there is nothing at all. He has no being of his own. His nature cannot be described. What is patience to him, or discrimination or fearlessness? In the eyes of the master, there is nothing at all. There is no heaven, there is no hell, there is no such thing as liberation in life. What more is there to say? Nothing he hopes to win, nothing he fears to lose. His mind is cool and drenched with nectar. Free from desire, he neither praises the peaceful nor blames the wicked. The same in joy and sorrow. He is always happy. He sees there is nothing to do. He does not hate the world. He does not seek the self. He is free from joy and sorrow. He is not alive and he is not dead. He is not attached to his family. Free from the desire of the senses, he does not care about his body. The master expects nothing and he shines. Whatever befalls him, he is always happy. He wanders where he will, and wherever he finds himself, when the sun sets, there he lies down to rest. He does not care if the body lives or dies. He is so firmly set in his own being, he rises above the round of birth and death. He is full of joy, attached to nothing, free from possessions. He stands on his own. His doubts dispelled, he wanders where he will, never setting one thing against another. The master shines, he never says mine. Gold, stone, earth, they are all the same to him. He is not bound by sloth, nor consumed by his own activity. He has served the knots which bind his heart. Who can compare with him? Indifferent to everything, he is happy and he is free. There is not the least desire in his heart. The only man without desire sees without seeing, speaks without speaking, knows without knowing. In his view of things, good and evil have melted away. A king or a beggar, whoever is free from desire shines. He is utterly without guile. He has found his way. He is simplicity itself. He cares nothing for restraint or abandon. He has no interest in finding the truth. He has no desires. He rests happily in the self. His sorrows are over. How can anyone tell what he feels inside? Even when he is sound asleep, he is not asleep. Even when he is dreaming, he does not dream. Even when he is awake, he is not awake. Step by step, whatever befalls him, he is happy. He thinks without thinking. He feels without feeling. He is intelligent, but he has no mind. He has personality, but with no thought for himself. He is not happy, nor is he sad. He is not detached, nor is he bound. He is not free, nor does he seek freedom. He is not this, he is not that. Amid distractions, he is undistracted. In meditation, he does not meditate. Foolish, he is not a fool. Knowing everything, he knows nothing. He always lives within. He is everywhere the same. Action or duty are nothing to him because he is free from desire. He never worries about what he has done or has not done. Blame does not disturb him, nor does praise delight him. He neither rejoices in life nor fears death. His mind is calm, never seeking the solitude of the forest, nor running from the crowd. Always and everywhere, he is one and the same. So, this was the profound 18th chapter, which is describing the nature of the master who is free from everything. A lot of these statements seems like they are contradicting themselves, but this is the nature of the ultimate truth. From the absolute perspective, from the ultimate perspective, language fails. And only if you have been studying Vedanta and non duality for some time now would you understand this perspective. And Ashtavakra Gita is a beautiful meditation that we can do. We can make use of this every single day, at least for 5 to 10 minutes, to tune into that truth and to understand what it is like to live like this master. With this, let us get into the 19th chapter. Chapter 19, My Own Splendor. With the princess of truth, I have plucked from the dark corners of my heart the thorn of many judgments. I sit in my own splendor. Wealth or pleasure, duty or discrimination, duality or non-duality. What are they to me? What is yesterday, tomorrow, or today? What is space or eternity? I sit in my own radiance. What is the self or the not self? What is thinking or not thinking? What is good or evil? I sit in my own splendor. I sit in my own radiance and I have no fear. Walking, dreaming, sleeping, what are they to me? Or even ecstasy. What is far or near? Outside or inside? Gross or subtle? I sit in my own splendor. Dissolving the mind or the highest meditation, the world and all its works, life or death, what are they to me? I sit in my own radiance. Why talk of wisdom or three ends of life or oneness? Why talk of these? Now I live in my heart. And finally, the 20th chapter. I am Shiva. I am fulfilled. The elements of nature, the body and the senses, what are they to me? Or the mind, what is emptiness or despair? What are holy books or knowledge of the self? Or the mind, even when it is free of the senses, or happiness or freedom from desire? I am always one without two. Knowledge or ignorance, freedom or bondage, what are they? What is I or mine or this or the form of the true self? I am always one. What do I care for freedom in life or in death or for my present karma? I am always without I. So, where is the one who acts or enjoys? And what is the rising or the vanishing of thought? What is the invisible world or the visible? In my heart, I am one. What is this world? Who seeks freedom or wisdom or oneness? Who is bound or free? In my heart, I am one. What is creation or dissolution? What is seeking and the end of seeking? Who is the seeker? And what has he found? I am forever pure. What do I care who knows? What is known or how it is known? What do I care for knowledge? What do I care what is or what is not? I am forever still. What are joy or sorrow, distraction or concentration, understanding or delusion? I am always without thought. What is happiness or grief? What is here and now or beyond? I am forever pure. What is illusion or the world? What is the little soul or God Himself? One without two, I am always the same. I sit in my heart. What need is there for striving or stillness? What is freedom or bondage? What are holy books or teachings? What is the purpose of life? Who is the disciple? And who is the master? For I have no bounds. I am Shiva. Nothing arises in me, in whom nothing is single, nothing is double, nothing is not. What more is there to say? With this beautiful chapter, we come to the end of Ashtavakra Gita. Ashtavakra Gita is very profound and it is the highest of the highest teachings. And for some of you, this might not be relevant yet. But trust me, as we progress in our journey towards spirituality, the more we understand this reality, the more Ashtavakra Gita makes sense. And all of these teachings and concepts might sound esoteric and might sound conceptual and impractical, but they are very, very practical. And if you are a professional entrepreneur or a seeker, and if you want to consciously create your ideal life with the help of Vedanta, then check out our community cum learning platform, the Adhvaitha Conscious Society, where we will delve deep into conscious creation through which we can make these teachings practical and make use of these principles in our lives. And next, you can check out the entire playlist of Ashtavakra Gita. We have made a special playlist for you that you can check out, where we have covered all the chapters from 1 to 20. So you can take a look at this playlist, and I will see you in the next one. Subscribe to Adhvaitha to wake up. Shivoham.